On the plate, it's nice to see Chris Sale back on the mound. As a starting pitcher, 3-1, his ERA 3.79. This is going to be his 6th start. Opponent's hitting just .205 against him. 30 strikeouts, only 9 walks. And he's given up a couple of home runs this year. So Sale, who said, and at a meeting when he talked to Kenny Williams about starting, said he wanted to. Said that he felt that he was up to the task. And, of course, that's really what you want to hear from a young pitcher, especially one as talented as Chris Sale. And so back in the starting rotation he is. And when he was there, he was a force to be reckoned with in the American League. So the umpires for tonight's game: Rob Drake behind the plate, Joe West at first, Sam Holbrook at second, and Andy Fletcher is at third. So we're ready to play baseball, and I'm ready to turn it over to my play-by-play partner, Ken Harrelson.
Hi, Steve. Thank you. And once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to White Sox baseball right here with WGN Sports. So happy you could join us for Game 2 of this 3-game set and Game 2 of this 5-game homestand. Jared Dyson gets set to lead it off against our 23-year-old southpaw. Dyson 2 for 4 last night. Takes ball 1. Comes in hitting at .298. No homers. He's driven in 3. Morel at the cut of the grass at third. And Paulie in at first. 2-0 the count. Royals come in at 11-20, hitting at .257 as a club with a 4.85 team ERA. And the count 3-0. 56-minute delay. So walk, the fastest man in uniform tonight. But he's only 3 for 4 in stolen bases. So here is Givotella, 0 for 5 on the season. Last year hit .247, a couple of homers, and drove in 21 for the Royals.
He hit the ball very well to right and right center field when we saw him. And Chris Sale's got a good chance of picking off Dyson at first base, because he's never seen his move, and it's a good one.
And he's got a big lead. Takes ball 1. Here at the ballpark, 330 down the left field line, 335 down the right field line, 375 in the gaps, and 400 straight away center.
This Kansas City team is 4th in the American League in hitting. So swinging the bat has not been a problem for him. Pitching has been a huge problem for them. Well,
that little move right there will tell you his arm feels pretty good.
I was going to say, if your arm is hurting you, that step off move where you don't throw, you don't step at all to first base, you need a strong arm for that.
So that is 6 in a row off the mark. Johnny Givotella, 24-year-old infielder. And the count 3-0.
If he misses one more time, there's a good chance Don Cooper will make a trip to the mound.
And the old Bronx cheer.
Xfinity pitch tracks. Catches a plate. Now you need the ground ball, and then you don't have to worry about the rest of this stuff.
Pretty good pitch right there. But after you've missed 7 out of 8 times.
Yeah, Rob Drake's not going to give you the benefit of the call until you show that you can consistently throw strikes.
Well, trouble of brewing here in the top of the first inning after a 56-minute rain delay, as that'll bring up Alex Gordon hitting at .267, 4 homers and 16 driven in.
AJ going through his set of signs and what they want to do to defend. But Gordon hasn't laid down a bunt all year.
He's not going to be bunting.
You would expect that he would be laying one down here.
If that's what those signs were for, they could have saved some time. And there's ball 1. And here comes Coop. And as he goes out there, remember, fans, that this is your chance to win an A.J. Pierzynski autographed jersey, and tell the White Sox what you think. Simply log on to your computer and take a quick survey. Your answers are confidential. Visit whitesox.com/survey. You must complete the survey before tonight's game ends to be eligible for the prize, and that's a nice one. An A.J. Pierzynski autographed jersey.
Well, 2 schools of thought if you're a hitter in this situation. Number one, you have a struggling pitcher out on the mound. It's the first inning. You don't want to help him out. But you also know that the pitching coach came out and told him in no uncertain terms that he's got to throw strikes. You're looking fastball. If you get it, usually a good pitch to unload on. We'll see what's on Gordon's mind as he sees it will be a tough pitch.
If he's looking anything but fastball, he ought to have his head examined.
Well, that's true.
Here's a breaking ball. And that's what Coop told him.
If you can't
Mix
get the
in a
release
breaking
point,
ball for a strike.
If you can't get the release point, there's been a lot of pitchers that felt the slider was their comfort pitch.
And that is shanked. Broken bat.
Best fastball, best location for Chris Sale of the inning. He threw it right in on the hands of Gordon. I mean, he left him with nothing.
Another $110 bill just bit the bet dust.
He was left with what looked like something that belonged in cricket.
Boy, they just explode. So now 1-2 the count with Butler on deck. Gordon has faced Chris 6 times, and he has a couple of hits. Outfield slightly to the left.
He also leads this team in strikeouts, and a good slider here might produce another one.
Two on, nobody out. Back-to-back walks to Dyson and Giovatello. There's a breaking ball for a base hit. So they're going to hold Dyson. And that'll load him up.
That for Chris was not one of his better breaking balls. That ball just kind of rolled, didn't break sharply. Gordon was able to track it all the way. And even with some wet grass in the outfield and the fastest man in your ball club, with nobody out, they hold him. There's a break.
So here's Butler. Billy hitting at .287, 6 homers and 23 knocked in. He is 1 for 4 lifetime off piss, and that one hit was a home run. Takes first pitch strike. Sacks packed with Royals, nobody out.
Year after year, Billy Butler is at or near the top in grounding into double plays. He's grounded into 5 of them this year.
Well, he doesn't run that well, and he hits the ball hard.
Yeah, that's a combination that, well, Jim Rice for years in Boston grounded into a lot of double plays, but did a lot of damage in between.
But he ran well. He just hit the ball too hard.
He hit the ball real hard.
The 1-1. Change up. Now Butler in good shape count-wise. Francoeur on deck. Good strike to even the count at 2.
That was a perfect pitcher's pitch. And Butler wasn't going to do anything with this. You'll see on pitch tracks that it catches low and away at the knees. Perfect placement.
Close.
This one might have gone either way. That was the fastball for strike 2.
And here's the payoff pitch. And that's trouble. So that's going to score a pair.
Actually, no. It only scores 1, which is somewhat remarkable, seeing as Alex Rios had no chance to get that ball. And Billy Butler is looking at first base going, what happened?
Wow. Giovanella is held up at third.
Well,
we've caught 2 breaks right here.
I understand being conservative, but if you're on the base paths, you got no idea where Alex Rios is playing if you believe that he can make this catch.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, Dyson's fine. I mean, that's what you do if you're Dyson. But, wow. That's a long single.
And here's Francoeur. 1 in, sack still packed, and still nobody out. Back-to-back walks and back-to-back singles. Oh, and 2.
Francoeur doesn't strike out much for a guy that swings at as many pitches as he does, because he doesn't walk very much either.
Right to the bag, step on it, and a bad throw. Wow. 2 more score on a perfect double play ball. It's 3-0.
You couldn't have asked for anything better than this, as Gordon just airmails it. No chance at all for Paulie.
That'll bring up Hosmer. Well, you know something bad's going to happen when you walk the first 2 guys. And it did.
Yes.
Count evens at 1 to the 22-year-old first baseman.
It's Zach Stewart starting to get loosened in the pen.
Ball and 2 strikes. Next pitch will be number 28. Outfield straight up, spread out. 2 walks, 2 singles, ground ball, perfect double play. The error, and that's trouble.
This ball squibbed off the bat. Once it's on the grass wisely, Chris Sale just has to pretty much put it in his pocket, because there's nothing you can do with this.
So here's Fallu, 4 for 8 on the season. Last year at Omaha, hit .301, a couple of homers, and drove in 47. Two on, one out, 1-1 to count, and what has been a very excruciating inning for Chris Sale. The looper into short right field, and that's going to fall. So once again, the base is loaded.
This has turned into a very strange inning. Irving loops the ball to right field, and nobody can get close. So the 33rd pitch of the inning, something that we certainly didn't want to see to Chris Sale after all that went on this last week, but here he is.
And here's Escobar hitting at .269, a homer. He's driven in 8. Escobar 1 for 3 last night, 0 for 4 lifetime off Sale. Count evens. Brancourt at third, Hosmer at second. Fallu. That's just about two of the softest hits you'll see back to back. One and two. It's Squibber by Hosmer, and that duck snort by Fallu. But it goes in concert with this inning. And there's another softly hit. Tank coming on. He's there. So 2 out.
Well, just get out of this one, giving up 3 runs. Consider yourself very fortunate, because Luke Hochaver, former #1 draft choice, has really been struggling. Going to take more than 3 to win this game for Kansas City.
Here's Quintero. They bat around here in the top of the first inning.
That's a pretty good pitch, and he didn't get it. I think AJ is.
He hadn't gotten anything.
I think he's probably talking with Rob Drake, saying there's got to be a bottom part of the zone here.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten anything close. And when you work the first 2 guys and you're going deep into counts, but still, he hadn't gotten a thing that was close.
Well, that 3rd pitch was literally right on top of the 2nd pitch.
Two and two the count. And another full count. That was the 42nd pitch thrown.
This one was down.
That ball hit well into left field. We got a man there. Right up against Harold Baines. Makes the catch. And it'll retire the side mercifully. But 3 runs across the plate after half inning of play. It's their guys 3 and our guy is coming to bat.
Diaza leading off. He's been hot with Beckham, Dunn, Konerko. A.J. Przynski is catching. Then Rios, Ramirez, Viciedo, and Morel round out the 9. The defense behind Ochever. Gordon, Dyson, and Francoeur left to right with Fallu, Escobar, Giavotella, and Hosmer in the infield. Quintero behind the plate, and Luke Ochever on the hill. Ochever 2-3 with a 9.0 ERA. 28 earned runs in 28 innings. He's given up 39 hits, so he hasn't been fooling a whole lot of people. And his sinker has not been sinking. So let's see if our offense can come back and take advantage of it.
And before we show you our picks to click, you at home select yours. First pitch to Diaza. Well, let's see. Hochever sat over there for a long time.
Maybe he'll have trouble with his release point, which has been plaguing him this year.
Alejandro hitting at .291, 3 homers. He's driven in 12, 2 for 4 with an RBI last night.
Ochever, the first pick in the draft in 2006 by these Royals.
And there is a bullet foul. Outfield well around to the left. Huge gap in right center. Sox come in hitting at .241 as a club with a 3.46 ERA. As that is out number 1. So here's Beckham. Gordon 2 for 4 last night with an RBI. Comes in hitting at .222, a couple of homers. He's driven in 9.
Ochever against our Sox lifetime, 3-4. Comes in with a major league record of 32-46 overall.
Checked it up. Now he's a big guy. 6'5", 215 pounds, out of Knoxville. Two and one. To Hopper, Falou. 2 down.
The last 2 times out, granted they were against the Yankees and Detroit. Rochaver threw a total of 6 in the 3rd innings, 19 hits, 16 earned runs. So he has really yet to find it. See how our offense deals with that tonight.
So here's Adam, and here's what he did in the 1st inning with 2 out, nobody on last evening.
Felipe Paulino decided he was going to throw his 95er by him. Didn't work out well for him.
There's a breaking ball strike. Adam hitting in .257, 11 homers, 26 knocked in. He also had a double last evening and a couple of walks. High pop up. And Chip Tella finally brings it down. So that's a 1-2-3 inning, and after 1 it is 3-0 bad guys. First pitch to Jared Dyson, leading off here in the 2nd, is taken for a strike. He walked on 4 straight to start last inning off, and that led to a 3-run first for Kansas City. They lead it 3-0.
Chris Sale, as he was coming out, was meeting with Rob Drake. No doubt promising him he'd throw more strikes.
That is in the mezzanine section. So the count 1-2 to the 27-year-old outfielder. Second of this 3-game set and second of this 5-game homestand. have the Tigers Monday and Tuesday. And then it's off to Anaheim for a quick 2 games. Come right back. Take on the Cubs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at Wrigley.
Well, the one thing you didn't want to see was a long struggling at bat against Dyson. Chris is already at the 50 pitch mark. And they're not swinging and missing at a whole lot of pitches to this point.
One out. He's fast, but he's not that fast. And you can join the White Sox mobile group today by texting Ultimate to 244-769. Mobile users get exclusive offers, deals, and contest info. Joining enters you in the drawing for our Ultimate Fan Package. That's when the lucky winner will receive 2 VIP game tickets, an autographed item, and Comiskey cash. First pitch strike to Giavotella. Remember, text Ultimate to 244-769. 0-2.
Giavotella was selected in the 2nd round of the June 2008 draft, so another member of the farm system.
Giavotella walked and scored last inning. He just tuning in. Chris walked Dyson. He walked Giavotella. Gordon on the breaking ball. Slider. Base hit into right field. Butler. Long single into right. Brent. And that's out number 2. And everything went on and on and on. They could have scored a lot more than 3.
Especially with the base running they exhibited in that first inning, which was somewhat remarkable.
So here's Gordon. Takes ball 1. Man. He got to throw it right down the heart. He's got to throw it in the teacup to get a strike called. Two and two. He gone. 1, 2, 3 inning for Chris. After an inning and a half, 3-0 Royals.
Of tying Jim Thome for the all-time lead career-wise against these Royals. The Anything's Possible replay is brought to you by the Illinois Lottery, who each day make anything possible.
Paulie comes in hitting at .333, 6 homers and 18 knocked in. Paulie 0 for 4 last night. If you missed that game, Gavin Floyd was just awesome. 7 2/3 scoreless innings. Paulie 4 for 21 lifetime off Hochevar with a couple of homers.
Fellow is back very deep at third and over toward the line, expecting that Paulie is going to pull Hochevar. There's been a lot of teams this year that in the outfield have played him toward right center. This team shades him toward left center.
2-1 the count. Checks it up. And the catbird seat.
Hochevar has a slider, which sometimes he gets a bigger break on, resembles a curveball. Now he's going to throw a change, it looks.
That's out number 1. So here's AJ. Hitting at .264, 5 homers, 21 driven in. AJ last night was 0 for 4 in lifetime against Hochevar, 2 for 17. Takes ball 1. Top of the 6th inning at Fenway. Red Sox shutting out Cleveland 3-0. And the count 2-0. Bottom of the 2nd at the Coliseum. Oakland leading Detroit 1-0.
That time the ball almost slipped out of Hochevar's hands as he missed way wide of the plate.
And there's ball 4. So we get our first base runner. And right now let's check out our BMW picks to click tonight. Jim Angio, our director and the crew. Well, they went with Morel. Steve's going with Alexa. And Matt McEntee from GreenGolf.com and I are going to go with Beckham. So here is Alex Rios. Big 2-run triple last night.
And Alex has been scalding the ball. Just a matter of time until they start throwing him inside, because he's been wearing out right and right center field. Eventually they're going to have to come in. That's when he's going to pull it out of the park.
2-0.
6 in a row bad ones from Hochevar. So it's like Chris Sale in that first inning. He might not be immune to some control difficulties.
And it's 3-0. That's 7 in a row.
Hochevar had a very easy first, so a low pitch count to this point. Alex would like to see another one right there.
That's just as good. A little duck snort into center field. So got some cooking here.
That's a straight change. It was a fastball count. He got the straight change, still got enough of it to drop it in front of Dyson. So the first hit of the night. High changeups aren't normally too good.
So 2 on 1 out. Here is Alexei. He was 0 for 4 last night, hitting at 203, a homer. He's driven in 14. Takes ball 1.
We're not going to do much running on Gordon and Francoeur. And last year, when they had Melky Cabrera in center field, was the best throwing outfield in baseball. Melky's gone. Dyson takes his place. You can run on him. And with Hochevar all over the place, Dave Island goes out, former pitching coach with the New York Yankees. Ned Yost, who's been here trying to preside over a resurgence of this team, has some very good position players, but the pitching staff to this point has not come along quite as quickly.
There's a 2-0 fastball, just a little too quick. Hammered. Just a hard strike.
That ball's in the perfect hitting spot on the inner third, but well fouled.
And the count 3 balls and a strike. KCA on deck. Boy, huge gap out there in right center. This Kansas City outfield. Extreme shifts. It'll get me over breaking ball, but it worked.
He went to the slider and he threw it right down the middle.
A cookie. And that's another hard foul ball.
Quintero going out to talk with Hochevar about location. He's had a couple of very hard hit balls. Fortunately for him, they've gone foul.
Once again, the payoff pitch. And this should be. We threaten, can't score. It is still 3-0 Royals. That's 0-1-1 for our guys, a big one. Butler had the bases loaded, nobody out. Hit a fly ball, line drive down the right field area by the line. Rios raced over. Got it on the first bounce. And only 1 run scored.
Butler was the most surprised man in the world when he couldn't run to second base. As he looked up and that base was occupied.
Two and one.
Billy Butler has been a very good hitter since coming into this league.
Off the end of the bat. So 1 out. And a reminder, you can organize a group outing of 20 more guests during the season. Purchase a block of tickets or enhance your outing by upgrading to a pregame patio party, Diamond Suite, or one of our other great party areas. Of course, that's the Bertucci boys' domain. Bobby, Bruno, Anthony, Giggs. Can't forget about Giggs. So call 312-674-1000 or visit whitesox.com. Francoeur with the bases loaded. It was a perfect double play ball to Beckham. Taking him right to the bag. He stepped on the bag and threw it away. Two-one pitch. Sliced into right field. Back on the track.
Well hit by Francoeur, who has yet to hit his first home run of the year.
So here's Hosmer. He squibbed one right off the end of the bat, about 30 feet, 35 feet down the third base grass area line. Sale had no play. Takes a breaking ball strike.
Hosmer can run a little bit for a big man, but he's not going to get too many shorter base hits this year than that.
One and two the count for the 22-year-old. Hosmer last year, big season after being called up, hit .293, 19 homers, and drove in 78. That ball lined hard. We got a man there, and that'll retire the side. We go to the bottom of the third, trailing by 3. First pitch to Viciedo, taken for a strike. Here in the bottom of the third inning, they lead it 3-0. One down. Pan came in hitting at 208, 3 homers, 5 knocked in. He was 1 for 3 last night. And that'll bring up Gwynn, who was scratched from the lineup yesterday with a sore back. That says he feels good now.
He said you watched him take a little batting practice and he was swinging the bat pretty well.
Crushing it. One and one to count. Outfield straight up, spread out. Francoeur. He's short out there in right field. Count moves to 1-2. And White Sox families come to U.S. Cellular Field tomorrow to celebrate Mother's Day. First 10,000 ladies age 14 or older will receive a beautiful White Sox tote bag. So purchase your tickets today by visiting whitesox.com or calling 866-SOX-GAME.
Kansas City came into this one a decent road team at 7-7. They've had all kinds of problems at home at 4-13.
Outfield now well around to the right. And there's a base hit. That a boy, Brent. Second hit for our Sox, and that'll go back to the top of the order with Piazza, who struck out, leading off the bottom of the first.
If you're a 5'8" second baseman, you're probably not going to make this play. You're just playing him too low. Good job of taking the slider the opposite way.
Breaking ball strike. Checking a few other scores for you. After 5, Washington at Cincinnati. They're tied at 1. After 5 in St. Louis, 5-0 Atlanta. High. Everybody converging now. Francoeur gets out of there once he hears Dyson make the call. 2 down.
Dyson was not going to play center field this year. Lorenzo Cain, who was supposed to be out there, first started with a groin injury, and then it led to a hip problem. So Jared Dyson got recalled from the minor leagues and making the most of it because he's off to a very good start this year.
Here's Gordon. He grounded out to Falu at third. Yankees in the Bronx beat Seattle 6-2. Hughes over Noesi. Mets thumped the Marlins 9-3 down in Miami. Dickey over Nolasco. Milwaukee beat the Cubs 8-2 at Miller Park. Markham over Volstagg. There he goes. And watch out. That's in the center field. Good thing that he pulled up. Thought better about it.
Well, sometimes it's pretty difficult to locate where the baseball is, especially when it's that far behind you. And if you don't locate it right away, you can't take off. Now, Quintero last night threw out a base runner from his knees. This time, the ball just went well wide of second base. So Morello picks his spots well. Steals the bag easily.
He's 4 for 5 in that category. Make him pay right here, Gordon. The 2-0 pitch. Another final. Angels beat Texas 4-2. And if you're wondering, well, he did. He hit his 18th.
Josh Hamilton off to an unbelievable start.
That's hit to the wrong man. That guy is very, very good out there in right field. And that'll retire the side. We'll go to the fourth. 3-0 Kansas City. Youth Baseball League of the game today. We want to recognize Lombardi Chevrolet for their support of Wilmington baseball and softball. Lombardi Chevrolet and your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers are supporting over 30,000 young ball players in their communities through the Chevy Youth Baseball program by providing the leagues with equipment kits, instructional clinics, and financial support. As there's a bunt. And they get him a beautiful play right there by Chris Sale.
Well, at first Chris Sale was thinking about maybe flipping it with his glove, then realized that that wasn't going to be the best idea. So he kind of did a 360 spin, and somehow he got it to Paulie. This is a terrific bunt. he shot puts it to first base.
And a terrific play.
Well, a big effort by Chris Sale.
And here is Escobar. But from the big leagues to the youth league, Chevy is truly the official vehicle of baseball. Escobar popped up to tank in left field. Takes the strike. And the count 0-2.
Escobar, one of the players that came over in the deal that sent Zach Greinke to the Milwaukee Brewers.
The ball right at Diaza, who can't make it, and the ball gets by him. So Rios will get it back in, and there'll be a double. That is Alcides' 11th two-bagger.
Looked for a moment like that ball was going to hang up, but unfortunately it was a sinking line drive. Diaza came on, had the ball land in front of him, and then he couldn't stop it from getting by him.
Here's Quintero with the bases loaded and 2 out in the first inning. He flies deep to left field. (3-5-0) for the Royals, 0-2-1 for our Sox here in the top of the 4th inning. Just tuning in, they scored all 3 of their runs in the first. 2-0. That's out of play.
Quintero asking Rob Drake if the last pitch was a strike. Truth be told, it wasn't, but he swung at it anyway.
Now too much time. Way outside, 3-1.
$80 on the nose for the pitch count for Chris Sale.
So a full count.
There's a look at the man who was absolutely brilliant last night. Gavin went 7 2/3 innings, didn't give up any runs, gave up only 5 hits, walked a pair, and came away to even his record at 3-3. But the last 4 times out, he's been just about as good as anybody in baseball.
And that is slicing, and it's going to be not playable. We're talking about Josh Hamilton. How about Brandon Hinge? All he did in his first 5 games with Oakland is hit 4 home runs and drive in 16.
Well, I think he probably is trying to show Detroit that there was little life left when they decided to release him. And he certainly has done that.
And the payoff once again. And another fly ball, almost a redo. And that's foul.
Quintero's going to swing at most everything on the outer portion. Last two he hit pretty hard, but sliced them just foul.
4 homers, 16 RBIs in 5 games.
That's pretty impressive.
He gone.
That's the best straight change that Chris has thrown tonight by far. Just his second strikeout, but it came at a big time. Good motion, had Quintero well out in front of it.
Dyson has walked and scored and gone back to Sale. That double by Escobar broke a streak of 9 in a row retired by Chris. Two and 0. And there's a strike. That's trouble.
Well, Lexi did a good thing. He's got no chance at first base. That ball hit off the plate. Dyson can fly. So the next best thing is to take a look. Maybe Escobar would be rounding the bag at third base. It really was your only play, but Escobar, with some pretty good coaching, said the ball's in the infield. Stay right there, and he didn't move off the bag.
So here's Johnny Giavotella. And Dyson with a good lead. And it's out of play.
Giavotella, he knows he got the pitch to hit. That might be the best pitch he gets in this at bat. And he was a little tardy on it.
He's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored.
Dyson decides to go with the speed of Escobar. I'm not sure if you can throw through.
That's high in the left field. Tank is there. He'll make that catch. That'll retire the side. We've completed 3.5, and we trail it 3-0. Fourth, he's 0 for 1. He had a major league pop-up into short right field. As there's a breaking ball high.
Let's see if the second time through the order might be a little bit easier now that they know how the breaking ball breaks and the velocity of the fastball.
2-0 the count. Here's the line shot caught.
Hey, White Sox fans, want to throw out the first pitch at a Sox game this summer? Just go to any Chicagoland Dominick's and look for the code word at the Pepsi Max display. Then send WGN TV a postcard, and you could be throwing out the first pitch at U.S. Cellular Field. Pick your pitch from Pepsi Max, Dominick's, and WGN.
So here's Paulie. Paulie grounded out. Fallu at third. Pure ball strike.
What percentage of hitters you feel want to swing at a first ball curveball?
Want to?
Or do.
Unless it's a hanger, I would say probably tops 4 or 5%.
And most of the guys would just as soon take it and wait for something better.
Yeah. Unless it's a hanger. And it's got to be a big hanger. And there's a shot into left center field. Dyson gets over there in a hurry. He can cover that ground very, very quick.
Even on wet turf with a wet baseball, Jared Dyson gets to what looked like it was going to be a double. In fact, on a dry night, this one goes all the way to the wall and is a double. This was not a dry night. Ball's held up, even though Dyson slips. Does a great job of getting it back in. So 2 hitters, 2 line drives the second time through the order.
So here's AJ. He saw 4 pitches his last at bat and walked. Takes a strike. Nothing into the count. Man, send a big White Sox shout out to Sox fans watching in down in Granger. Tom Carter, Nick Palmer, Tony, and all the great folks at Knollwood Golf Club. That's out of play. Outfield straight up, spread out. And another foul ball.
Well, Shaver tried to throw a slider in on AJ's hands. He was able to battle and stay alive in the at bat.
Two down.
That ball was way out of the zone. The same kind of pitch. He struck out Diaza to lead off the ball game.
Here's Alex.
Otero gave him the highest sign he could give him, and he got it there.
Alex 1 for 1, a little soft single his first trip. Good rip just underneath it.
That time he got a high slider up in the zone, very hittable, but fouled it straight back.
Balu, nice pick. They force Paulie, and then that'll retire to the side. We're into the 5th, and we need 3 to tie. Also, Wednesday, May 23rd, well, that's Dog Day. That's a fun day. Presented by Hills Pet Nutrition. So for more information or to purchase your tickets, visit whitesox.com. Hills Pet Nutrition, food, shelter, and love. That's Wednesday, May 23rd. I love Dog Day.
I think Dog Day is a great day.
Breaking ball strike. Alex Gordon outside of Mother's Day. That's my favorite day here. One and one to count. Gordon has singled, scored, and struck out.
Bullpen starting to work for the first time. And that's because Chris Sale is about to deliver pitch number 94. He used up a whole lot of them, wending his way through that first inning.
Well, if you missed that first inning, it was a nightmare. He walked the first two guys. And Gordon with a base hit that loaded him up. Butler with a RBI single, which should have been a double. Brancourt then hit a ground ball. Should have been a double play, and then it was thrown away. He gone.
Second time in a row he's fanned Gordon. Keep the fastball up. Not going to hurt you a whole lot. See, he starts him away and then heats him up in the zone. Throws it right by him. It's Nate Jones loosening up in the pen.
And here's Butler. Takes a strike. Outfield straight up, not equidistant, and the count 0-2. There is your prototype duck snort. Spend some meal money.
When you're that big and strong, you don't have to get the nice part of the bat on it. You can just muscle it over the head of the infield.
He can do that, and he's done it. He is a good hitter. And getting better. Just 26. He's been a good hitter since he was 20.
Well, he was their everyday first baseman. And then, of course, when Eric Hosmer came along, that convinced him with his glove that Billy Butler should be the DH.
And here's Brancourt. He's 0 for 2.
Pitch number 101 on the way.
And the count 1-2. Chopper. Grant throws him out. 2 down. So Butler at second. That'll bring up Hosmer. Hosmer had that little swinging squib single right off the end of the bat down the third base line in the first inning. Then he lined hard to end the third. That was to left.
They could have break the first time up, crush the ball the second time up. You've got to bring your glove to the ballpark. You got to be ready.
And that'll retire the side. We're halfway home, and they lead us by 3.
Bank, member FDIC.
First pitch to Alexei Ramirez, leading off here in the bottom of the fifth, is taken for a ball. 3-7-0 for the Royals, 0-3-1 for our guys. Alexei hit into a 6-4-3 double play his first trip. Takes the strike.
They're playing him as a dead pull hitter. Once again, Dyson well over in left center field. Huge gap in right center. Vancouver very shallow in right.
Curveball, no. 2-1. And just perusing some of our minor league stats here down in Charlotte. Jordan Danks hitting at 260 with 5 homers. 15 knocked in. Dan Johnson hitting .308, 6 homers and 28 RBIs. The ball hit hard. Dyson, piece of cake. It's a hang with him for Alexei.
Deepest part of the ballpark, unfortunately. And Dyson got a good break. He's got great speed. And he just ran it down. Made it look easy.
So here's Tank. Hit a little squibber back to Hochevar.
That one got a piece of Quintero. Viciedo knows that he missed a fastball that absolutely split the heart of the plate.
The 0-2.
Now he's using a quick pitch. And so hitters, when they're in the box, have got to be ready. Because that time he got the signal from Quintero, just get it and throw it, and actually used almost a slide step with nobody on base.
Nothing wrong with that.
As long as the hitter's in the box, you can do pretty much whatever you want to do.
2 down. Jim Cott, wearing that White Sox uniform, won a few games doing that.
Yeah. That's when he resurrected his career under Johnny Sane and had that most unique little stance and just no leg kick at all. Just slid right at the hitter.
Brent fouls that one. Souvenir right side. He's 1 for 1. Had a single to right field. Well, you know, it just has always amazed me when you get guys who are struggling or you get guys who have a record and they're middle of the road pitchers, which a majority of pitchers are. Why they don't try something different? I mean, they won't do it. So we talked about a hitter the other day who wouldn't change. Pitchers, some of the pitchers won't change. They want to stay with what they got. Meanwhile, they don't last very long.
Well, Hochevar was the first pick in the country, so obviously had all kinds of skills. Just hasn't put it together quite yet. Now he's thrown the ball very well tonight, and one of the reasons is he's changed things around, like using that hurry up to hitters once they're in the box.
And a lot of, I tell you, it's just amazing. Hitters is the same way we talked about it. They struggle. They struggle. Hitting coach wants them to do something. They say, well, I'm going to stay with what I got.
Well, what you got's not working.
That's right.
Not the best idea usually.
Full count to Morel.
He had a good at bat back in the third inning and stole second base.
Big gap in left center. And he got him. 1, 2, 3 inning. We'll go to the 6th. It is still 3-0 Kansas City.
We've got a new pitcher in, and it's Nate Jones. Score 3-0 Royals. Chris Sale's night is done. A good bounce back after a tough first inning, and Nate comes in. 1-0 ERA, 1.5 on for the 10th time. Opposing hitters hitting just .209 against him. And the rain is starting to fall a little more insistently here at the ballpark.
It'll be the lower third of the Kansas City order. Falou, Escobar, and Quintero.
And Falou looked like he had turned around being a switch hitter, got the wrong helmet. That's it. Going to hit left-handed. Best to have that flap over the right ear, not the left.
It's according to which way you duck.
Yeah, well, if he throws it through your head, your right ear will be your left ear will be protected.
Falou, 1 for 2. Takes first pitch strike from Nate Jones. That one at 98. That one at 98. And the count 0-2.
Well, Nate's got some arm.
He's got a big.
If he throws strikes, he's going to be a huge addition to the pen, and he threw 3 of them there.
He gone. That didn't take long.
2 fastballs, an unhittable slider, and really doesn't matter what kind of helmet you got. Nice stop as AJ reaches out, catches it on the hop, and throws him out.
Escobar has gone out to left, and then hit a line drive into center field that Diaz tried to make the catch on. Got by him for a double. Bottom of the 5th at the Coliseum, still 1-0 Oakland. Brandon McCarthy against Doug Fister.
Well, McCarthy certainly has figured it out. Whatever it was, he found it.
And get that slider. Top of the 9th at Fenway. 4-1 Red Sox leading Cleveland.
Good hard slider low and away. And another one in the same spot.
He gone.
Those just aren't hittable. AJ wants it low and away. It's exactly where Jones throws it. The last two hitters, Fellow and Escobar, had no chance because he's thrown it in perfect spots.
Quintero is going out deep to left and struck out.
He swung and went down. And down goes Quintero.
Been there and done that.
That's good balance, huh?
One and one to count. Put a swing. A high fastball up and in. Off early win. Old Gus. In the game he won his 300th in. Like that.
Well, in his golden years, when he was really one of the best around, he didn't like you swinging it too many high ones too hard. He would throw at you in a heartbeat.
Well, he did that too.
He did that a lot.
He did that too. First time up, he threw me a high slider, and I hit a bullet right back about 1.5 feet, 2 foot from his head. Bobby Del Greco, our outfielder, next inning told me, he says, next time you go up here, you better hang loose. Well, there's a line drive base hit to right. Alex quickly gets there, cuts it off. So the 2-out single by Quintero. And that'll bring up Jared Dyson, who had an infield single. He's 1 for 2. But he said, you better hang Gus. Why? He said, well, there's 2 things you don't do on Gus. You don't bunt on him.
Right.
And you don't hit the ball back through the middle on him. I said, oh, that old man ain't going to do nothing. Next time I went up there, pitch, my behind went straight up in the air and I landed on my shoulders.
300 wins right on the nose for early win.
Jerry Walker came in. It's the last 4 innings, or 3 of the last 4. And I'll tell you what, we had no chance. He was just a man possessed. They were going to make sure that Gus won that game.
Yep.
And actually, that was probably the worst game he pitched in his quest for 300. He had pitched some really good games prior to that. AJ picks it up. 1 and 1 to count.
That ball gets away briefly, but not enough for Quintero to do anything.
That one in 96. So 2 out, 1 and 2 to count. Shovels it over. And nice inning right there for Nate Jones. We still trail 3-0. Sox here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
And with the rains falling, time to get some runs. Coach Haver has been awfully tough, limiting our Sox to just 3, what turned out to be harmless singles through the first 5 innings.
So it's the top of the order. Diaz and Beckham, Dunn, then Canerco, AJ, and Rios. Hopefully. There's a bunt, hits the seam of the grass and kicks it foul.
That turned out to be a bad break. Had that one stayed on the grass, they'd have never gotten him. That was that kick. And a dead left bounce.
Diaz struck out and popped up to center. All 3 Kansas City runs coming in the 1st inning. Chris Sale walked the leadoff man, Dyson. Then he walked the second place hitter, Giovatello. Gordon singled, bases loaded. Butler singled in a run. Francoeur hit into what should have been a perfect double play, but it was thrown away. Continued the inning. Hosmer with a little squib single right off the end of the bat down the third base line. Falou with a little duck snort into right. And the first thing you know, they got 3 runs.
Sale was tough after that. And that one knocked down Quintero. Wow. He's had a tough inning. I mean, that got him flush on the mask. I haven't seen a catcher do that in a while. Fall straight over backwards as the ball fouled square off the mask. And he went down. Trainer taking a look in his eyes to see if there's any signs of concussion, because he was hit as flush as you can be hit.
Yeah, that'll give you a little concussion right there. But he says he's okay, and the count 2-2. Huge gap out there and right center. And that's popped up left side. Escobar calls him off, makes the play, 1 down.
Good play by Escobar, because Falou was drifting on that one. Was not going to make the catch. Much easier play for the shortstop, as he called him off and took it. See Falou there, and he overruns it, drifts with it, and gives way to Escobar.
So here's Beckham. Takes the bunt, takes the ball. Gordon has grounded to third, and he has popped up to right field. Curveball high, 2-0. Two balls and a strike to our second baseman. 3-1.
Coach Haver's not getting much of a grip on that curveball, what with the conditions and all, but he is able to grip the slider.
Three-one pitch, a little tapper. So 2 down. And a reminder, you can join our White Sox for Weather Day presented by WGN on May 15th, right here at US Cellular Field. Prior to the game versus the Tigers, WGN meteorologist Tom Skilling will host a special program focused on weather. So go to whitesox.com/WGN for more details.
We could use him tonight.
We could have used another hour.
He could tell us it's raining.
As here is Adam. He has popped to second and lined out to third, who was playing short. There's that curveball strike. They got a shift on. Givatella out there about 15 feet on the outfield grass.
And Adam almost lost control of the bat. And let's hope that he didn't hurt his wrist on this one.
Well, you can definitely pull a ligament in that wrist.
That's what it looked like for a minute there. He kind of walked around.
There's a quick pitch. 2-2. Hitters don't like anything out of the norm.
No, and Quintero patted the ground like, okay, throw the curveball in the dirt, but it was a slider. So
that was a 1-2-3 inning, and we're into the 7th.
Brzezinski. AJ is 4th in the American League, hitting with runners in scoring position. His catcher profile is sponsored by Xfinity Home. Xfinity Home offers state-of-the-art features that help you stay connected to your home and family, anytime, anywhere.
Nate Jones into his 2nd inning of work. Johnny Giavotella takes ball 1. He has walked and scored, grounded to 3rd, and gone out to left. Relaxing.
Will Oman starting to throw in the bullpen with Jones in his 2nd inning of work.
Alex Gordon 1 for 3. He singled and scored in the 1st inning. First pitch strike. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Royals. No runs, 3 hits, and 1 error for us. One and 2 the count. In the finale tomorrow afternoon, Philip Umber against Danny Duffy, 23-year-old southpaw who's got a terrific arm for these Royals. So make your plans to be with us. If you can't, that game will be over Comcast Sportsnet. 2 and 2. And on Monday and Tuesday, we're going to get Smiley and Scherzer from the Tigers. They're going to get Danks and Peavy. He gone. 2 down. 3rd strikeout for Nate.
Terrific slider down and in. And Gordon with 3 Ks tonight.
And Brandon McCarthy's got the Tigers shut out 1-0 after 7.
McCarthy came in with an ERA of 2.5. So he's getting it done.
He's got a terrific changeup. When he gets that over, and all of a sudden he starts getting that hook over, you got a problem.
Now, it took him a while to figure it out, but it takes some pitchers, sometimes a couple of teams, and then all of a sudden the light clicks on, and whoever has them at that particular point has got themselves a pretty good pitcher.
There's a strike, and the count 1 and 2 to Butler, who is 2 for 3 with an RBI. Really hitting at 296. 6 homers and 24 driven in. That didn't take long. 7th inning stretch. It is 3-0 Kansas City.
Chris Getz comes in the game defensively at second. Giovatello will leave.
It's about time we got some runs. We trail at 3-0 if you're just joining us. Paulie to lead it off. He's 1 for 2. Then AJ. Then Rios. Huge gap out there in right center. Oops.
This ball way up and in.
And curveball.
Paulie wants to go back and get a little pine tar as his bat's getting some slipperiness to it.
Well, everything out there on that field is getting wet.
Yep. Ochaver to this point hasn't been affected as he's made 92 very effective pitches, including retiring the last 8 in a row. This is by far the best he's looked this year.
Paulie trying to take that ball into the right side. If you're just tuning in, we had a 56-minute rain delay. Or delay. Didn't rain too much.
It's been raining as hard as it is now.
Went out and hooked that one. Valou. And that's out number 1.
Bullpen up and going for the Royals. And it's Greg Holland. They do have some very good arms in their pen. Even losing their closer Soria. Nothing wrong with the arms out there. The results at times have been spotty.
Curveball high to AJ. AJ walked on 4 pitches back in the second. Then he struck out on a bad pitch, a high fastball in the 4th. Outfield straight up for him, spread out. He reaches out and hooks that one. So 2 down. And a reminder, Sox fans, join us on Saturday, May 26th, as your Sox take on the Indians. Now, the first 20,000 fans will receive a Robin Ventura bobblehead presented by Pepsi Max. That's the first 20,000 fans will receive a Robin Ventura bobblehead presented by all the good folks at Pepsi Max.
To put this outing in perspective for Ochaver, he had 6 previous starts and gone a total of 28 innings. That's less than 5 innings per start he's averaged. And he is absolutely dominating here with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Now, he pitched a game against us a couple of years ago in Kansas City. We had absolutely no chance. Two and one. That ball here. Stay fair. Stay fair. It won't.
Didn't miss by much, but by enough. That one hugged the line a long time before finally hooking in front of the pole. He's yelling, "Get foul." It worked.
He just missed that one. Got a cookie on the breaking ball, pops it up. Escobar fighting that rain, stays with it, hauls it in 1-2 for inning, and we'll go to the 8th. Lead. They scored all 3 runs in the first inning. As we go to the top of the 8th, it'll be Francoeur, Hosmer, and Falu to face the Nate Meister. First pitch strike. Francoeur 0 for 3, but he has knocked in a run. Oakland now leading Detroit 3-0.
And Boston held on to beat the Indians 4-1.
Toronto beat Minnesota 2-1. There's a chopper, takes a nice little Bolingbrook bounce right there. So 1 out. And here comes Robin. He's going to let this man have a good night's sleep.
Well, great job by Nate Jones. Absolutely unbelievable. 1 hit, 4 strikeouts. The 1 hit by Quintero, the only ball to leave the infield. What a job Nate did tonight.
And that's the way, as you know, being a pitcher, that's the way you build up confidence in a guy. He's done a great job. You get him out of there at the right time, especially when you're trailing.
Yep.
And let him sleep good. And when he comes to the ballpark the next day, he feels like a major league player. But Will Oman comes on, and we'll be back.
And Jackie Bang, Jim Ramsey with weather, and Rich King for all the sports highlights. So Will Oman comes into the game in relief of Nate Jones, who is absolutely brilliant. Oman 0-1, ERA 4.76, on for the 15th time.
Eric Hosmer takes ball one. He's 1 for 3. Had that little swinging, squibbing, soft ground ball about 30-35 feet down the third base line for a hit.
That got a piece of AJ. High off the chest protector. That can't feel good.
Well, when you're as big as AJ is, you're as big as Carlton Fisk. Those are big guys. They're going to take a beat.
Yep.
A huge beating. Two and two the count. 3-0 Kansas City lead here with 1 out in the top of the 8th. Hosmer appears to be hitting a little more uphill this year than he did last season. Last season he was hitting downhill and just killing everything. Two out.
Now the league will make an adjustment to you. They do it with every young hitter that comes in. He came on, set the league on fire, and the advanced scouting reports eventually find the soft spots. Now it'd be up to Eric Hosmer, who has all the talent in the world, to readjust and see what he can do.
Well, Kevin Seitzer will get it done. He is a terrific hitting coach. He's one of the better ones. That ball hammered. That's a base hit. So Falu. Ducks North single in the first, a solid single here in the 8th. And here's Escobar. Alcides, a double. In the 4th, he's 1 for 3. Outfield straight up for him. Takes ball 1. Alcides last year at 254, 4 homers, knocked in 46, and he also stole 26 bases. There's the strike. And a reminder to take our White Sox with you this season. Subscribe to MLB.tv today to see every White Sox out of market game live online and on your favorite devices in HD quality. So visit WhiteSox.com to order and get more details. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Balu has yet to attempt a stolen base. As a ball.
Yeah, he started up, and what Will is going to say is that timeout was called by Rob Drake, who I don't believe called timeout. Now, if Will said he stepped off, I didn't think he stepped off. But we'll take another look at it. Watch it here. Now watch it again. Right there, he broke his front leg. I mean,
it's a balk.
It's a balk. Simple as that.
So he will depart. Zach Stewart comes on, and we'll be back.
Spotted his fastball when he had to, and went 2 1/3 innings, striking out 4, giving up just 1 hit and no runs. See what's possible with AT&T U-verse TV and AT&T high-speed internet. Rethink possible. Zach Stewart comes into the game. He inherits Fellow out at second base, and he's got 2 outs here in the top of the 8th inning.
And a 1-1 count. Now, Alcides Escobar, just a whole bunch of talent.
He made a play last night that could make a believer out of you.
Yeah, that was, you don't see that very often. The only way you can make that play, obviously, is to have the big arm, and he certainly has that.
Well, you don't see 2 hoppers throw out people. But when you make the equivalent of a jump pass, which he did from in the outfield, in the hole at short, and get it on a couple of hops and still win the battle, it's quite an arm.
Stay in here. Stay in here. Come back. Nope.
Hey, good try, AJ.
AJ got his ears lowered. 2 out, 2 balls, 2 strikes. And that's out of play. Well, it's just been a miserable night here at the ballpark.
Well, unfortunately, Chris Sale got off to a slow start, then started throwing the ball well. The bullpen has been terrific, but Hochevar has been too much to this point.
There's a roller and hit hard. And another double for Escobar. That's his 12th. And it's a 4-0 game.
Ninth run batted in. Second double of the night. And that one really hurts. It stayed on the inner portion. Didn't do a whole lot. And almost left the ballpark.
So here is Quintero. He's 1 for 3. Takes first pitch strike. 4-10-0 for them. 0-3-1 for us. And there's a base hit. And it's 5-0.
Seventh run batted in this year. That fastball right down the middle, the inside out swing. And not a particularly good eighth.
That'll bring up the leadoff man, Jared Dyson. He's 1 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Takes first pitch strike. If you're just tuning in, Chris Sale started. Had a bad first inning. Walked the first 2 men, Dyson and Givatello, and gave up a single to Gordon, loaded the bases, a single to Butler. Scored obviously 1 run. It should have scored more, but it didn't. Brancourt hit a perfect double play ball. It did not get turned. They threw it away. Hosmer with that little squib single. Falou with a little duck snort single. They came away with 3 runs, and that has been it up until now. After that, Chris just really settled down nicely. But it appears it was just too late. Unless we can do something with 6 outs left. Pulled a string on him, and he still was able to get a piece of it. Orioles looking up to even this series at a game apiece. Last night, Gavin Floyd the winner, Paulino the loser. Sox won at 5-0. A full count to Jared Dyson. Gotta hurry. Nope.
You have to come charge that ball and really pour it over there, because Dyson is one of the fastest guys from the left side in his league.
So here's Chris Getz making his first plate appearance. Giovatello was 0 for 3 with a walk and a run scored. Chris played last night and was 0 for 2 with a walk. Two and 0 the count. And that's right at Piazza. But they come up with a pair. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th in deep, deep trouble.
Shaver was absolutely brilliant in his 7 innings of work. So Holland comes in. An 11.37 ERA, on for the 8th time. Opponent's hitting .406. Those are some big numbers. Last year, Holland was pretty close to unhittable for this team. 5-1 with a 1.80 ERA in 46 games. So certainly is a whole lot better than he showed to this point.
Lower third of our order, Ramirez, Viciedo, and Morel to face Greg Holland.
O'Chaver went 7, didn't give up any runs on 3 hits with a walk and 5 strikeouts.
Well, actually, he's 0 for 2. He's hit into a 6-4-3 double play, and he's lined very hard to deep center. Takes first pitch strike. And the count 0-2. Bottom of the 8th in Oakland, 3-0 A's. Boston beats Cleveland 4-1 at Fenway. Toronto beat Minnesota 2-1 at Target Field. Giants leading the D-backs 4-1. Bottom of the 7th in Phoenix. Into 5 in LA. Dodgers 1, Rockies nothing. Angels beat the Texas Rangers 4-2. Carpenter over Harrison. And that's out number 1. So here's Tank. He's 0 for 2. In that Angel Ranger game, Josh Hamilton hit number 18. First pitch strike. Milwaukee beat the Cubs 8-2 at Miller Park. Mets 9-3 over the Marlins down in Miami. In the Bronx, Yankees beat the Mariners 6-2. Atlanta over St. Louis 7-2 in Missouri. Washington, the Nasty Nats 21-12 beat Cincinnati 2-1, 16-16. Reds are. Baltimore beat Tampa Bay 5-3. Orioles. Buck Showalter 22-12. Tampa Bay 20-14. Two down.
That's another good overhand hook.
Well, we got a guy coming in here with a 9.00 ERA and making a start. We get no runs on 3 hits. We get a guy coming out there with 11 plus. Opponent's hitting over 400.
Nothing. I don't know who that guy was, but the guy throwing this stuff is not that guy.
Right. San Diego beat the Phillies 2-1 at Citizens Bank Ballpark. Phillies 15-19. Pittsburgh beat Houston 5-2 at PNC. Pirates 15-18. But right here we trail at 5-0. And the count 3-0.
Eric Stoltz, who was going to start this game before Chris Sale was inserted back in the rotation.
So Brent draws a walk. He's 1 for 2. And here's Diasa. Alejandro's 0 for 3. And I also want to thank one of our interns, Julian Zung, who's making his last game with us. Nice young man. Best of luck to him. Place is being taken by Dan Oleskowitz. Nice to have these young interns come in and get a peek at what's going on.
They're pretty close to making the transition as we speak.
Big gap out there in right center. Did not check it up. So Holland strikes out the side, and we'll go to the ninth.
Back in the first inning. Kind of set the tone for things here tonight as Butler slices this ball away from Rios. Looked like it might have been a double at the time, but Kansas City settled for one. Butler settled for a long single. And 3 runs eventually scored. A 4th drive of the game.
Gordon grounds out. He is now 1 for 5. He had a big base hit back in the first inning and scored. Yeah, if you're just tuning in, this game started off bad and then got worse.
But when you're not getting any offense at all, and Hochevar was really tough tonight. I mean, this is the best he's been. Got everything over the plate, changed speeds nicely, and established early that he was going to throw strikes.
No, that's why it got worse.
He only walked 1 man.
Hochevar is very capable. Very capable. Butler. And here's Francoeur. Jeff is 0 for 4, but he does have an RBI. This didn't take long. Attaboy, Zach. 1, 2, 3. We'll go to the bottom of the ninth. It is 5-0 Bad Guys.
Crow. He's 0-1, ERA a fine 2.93, on for the 16th time. He was originally another one of their #1 draft choices.
We need a big inning, boys, or we can go home with a loss. Beckham to lead it off. He'll be followed by Don, then Canerco, and AJ, then Rios, Ramirez, Macedo, Morel, and hopefully a host of others. Takes ball 1. Takes ball 2.
He's had a few control problems this year, although the ERA is pretty good. We could use a huge rally.
Yeah. There's a strike, even if it falls a little short, just to set it up for tomorrow. There's the leadoff walk. And tomorrow, Philip Humber against Danny Duffy. So make your plans to be with us. Unless we can come back, it will be the rubber match of this 3-game set. Royals last year really just were tough on us. We played them 18 times and they won 11 of them. First pitch strike to Adam. Adam has popped the second, lined out to short, and struck out swinging on a curveball. One and one to count.
That was a nice stop by Quintero. He's had a good game tonight. He's taken a beating, but he's had a good game.
One out. And that'll bring up Pauly. Pauly's 1 for 3. He's single back in the 4th inning. Out and around that one, hooks it foul. Joe McEwing will make himself a new friend. And the count 1-1. The ball is striking out here in the bottom of the 9th. 5-12-0 for the Royals. No runs, just 3 hits and 1 error for us. Two and one. gets 2 demerits for that. And that's just foul. A 5-0 lead, bottom of the ninth, 1 out.
Make a trip to the mound.
Make a trip. That's 2 demerits.
Well,
I used to hate those demerits.
you don't want to. You don't want to rush into anything.
I was a demerit magnet. Have to march jug. 1 hour for every demerit over 5.
Well, they also used to have a players' court where they would fine you for specific grievances.
As Pauly goes down. So 2 down. 10th strikeout for Kansas City pitching, and here's AJ. Takes ball 1. AJ has walked, struck out, and grounded to second. And there is the second walk of the inning.
It's going to bring out Dave Island.
And bring up Alex Rios.
Jonathan Broxton, the closer of these Royals. I remember him with the Los Angeles Dodgers. Broxton saved 7 games this year with an ERA of 1.54. He is a big man.
First pitch strike to Alex, who's 1 for 3. Keep it going. Let's give him a little bit of a finish. In the center field. When that ball comes down, this ball game will be over. So the Sox never could get anything going after the top half of the first inning. They scored 3, and it just got worse from there. Kansas City wins at 5-0, and we'll be back.